Hey guys, so I'm gonna start this off by apologizing because the vibe of this video is going to be very different from the past two. And I'm also going to put a trigger warning, because I have a feeling I'm going to be saying some triggering stuff. So if you want to skip this video, I don't blame you. Um, I was in a really bad mood today. And it kind of just progressively got worse as I was working. Um, and then I was driving home, and I just realized that I am so angry. I'm probably gonna cry a lot, so I apologize for that too. But yeah, I'm so angry. Um, I'm angry that this is what my life is. Um, and I also want to preface this by saying, like, I have a good life. Like, I have a roof over my head. I can afford to eat whenever I want. Like, I can put gas in my car and like all that stuff. I I'm just I'm angry. Um, I'm angry that this is what my life is. Oh my God. Um, I never thought and never wanted my life to be like this. Um, I'm angry that I'm angry at all the things that have led up to this point to get me to where I am. Um, I'm also grateful for some of them, but I'm also really angry. Um, there's this one person that I've known since like high school, and they're living my dream. And like, I'm so happy for them that they get to do that, that they get to live their dream. It just sucks seeing other people live your dream. Um, and I know how selfish that sounds. Um, I just, I'm angry that I have let so many things hold me back from doing what I want to do. And I'm angry at my mental illnesses and my genetics and my trauma. Whew, sorry. I'm angry that I'm not where I want to be in life or even close to it. Um, I'm angry that I've let my mental health issues dictate so much of my life. Um, I'm angry at the people who have traumatized me and abused me, and I'm angry at myself for letting them do that. Um, I know for a good portion of my life, I didn't have the ability to stand up for myself or to stop it. Um, I'm still angry with myself for it though, um, and for getting into certain situations and not getting out of certain situations. I'm angry at my stepmom for all the things she put my sister and I through in our childhood. I'm angry that she doesn't see that she did anything wrong. I'm angry at my dad for not stepping up more and protecting us more. Don't get me wrong, my father is fantastic. I love my father to death. He is my person, he is my biggest support. And I wish he would have done more to protect my sister and I from my stepmom and her bullshit. I'm angry that I had to grow up faster than I should have. And I'm angry that my sister had to grow up way faster than she should have. I'm angry that she had to be a mother to me because my mom couldn't step up into that role. And my stepmom, my stepmom was more of a dictator than a mother figure. Um, I'm angry that it was my sister who had to teach me how to tie my shoes. I'm angry that my sister basically raised me and that her childhood was taken away from her. I'm angry that when my depression first hit and I was withdrawing and isolating, my stepmom picked me up from my mom's house and pulled into a church parking lot before driving home and told me that I was being selfish and that I need to get my shit together. When I was 14. I'm angry that all of the negative thoughts and self criticism that I have were put there by someone else and were put there mostly by my stepmom. And I hate to say it, but sometimes I'm angry at myself that I didn't fully commit to unaliving myself. And I know that's so messed up. I know that's so messed up. And I know that for the most part, I'm glad that I didn't. Because if I had, I wouldn't have lived past 16. And I wouldn't have gotten to see, I wouldn't have gotten to be a bridesmaid at my sister's wedding. And I wouldn't have gotten to see my nephew be born and watch him grow up. I remember before I was admitted to rehab, he had just been born. And I remember holding him. He was like maybe 2 months at this point, and I started crying because I knew that I should feel joy and happiness while holding him, and I just couldn't. I love this kid so much, don't get me wrong. I just, I was in such a bad place. Uh, I just, I'm very obviously not happy with my life and where it is and where I'm at. I just, I didn't realize how much anger I had. I always say, like, I'm not an angry person, and it takes a lot to get me angry. But what I think it really is that I've just suppressed my anger for so long and have learned to ignore it because growing up, I knew that anger wouldn't get me anywhere, that anger would only make things worse. And that also ties into the fact that I never stood up for myself because I was conditioned to believe that standing up for myself was the same as talking back. And you don't do that. You don't talk back. I just. If you told me a year ago this is where I would be, I don't know. I thought I'd be married by now. I'm 25. And I know that that sounds wild to a lot of you that I thought that I would be married by now. It's not because I thought that I would be married by 25. It's that I was in a long term relationship with someone and I thought that we were going to get married. And um, I was a big part into why it ended. I mean, I broke up with him, but we were still friends afterwards. And then I put him through an emotional roller coaster. Um, and I mean, even during our relationship, it was an emotional roller coaster because my mental health was horrendous. And I put him through a lot, and I know that. With my depression and my autism, I had a lot of autistic meltdowns where I would literally oh my god, I would put my headphones on and a weighted blanket and like close myself into our closet with the lights off because I just I just couldn't function. I put him through so much. And after I got out of treatment, I did text him and apologize for everything because I knew that I played a big part in why our relationship failed and that I put him through the ringer. And so I took accountability for that because it just wasn't right to leave it the way that it ended without me taking accountability. Um, so yeah, I thought that I would be married to him by now, and now it's been about coming up on 2 years. Um, gosh, hold on, sorry, getting a tissue, and there goes a water bottle. That's another thing that I'm angry about, is that it's so hard for me to keep a clean space. Um, like, I have shit on my bed. I have a whole corner of my room is just trash. It's just trash. And then I have clothes all over my floor. Granted, I don't have anywhere like to actually put them. Like, I don't have a closet or a dresser. I have a dresser, but it's still in the box, and I'm not planning on putting it together until I move into an apartment. Uh, which I hope will be soon, because I feel like it'll just be easier to move it if it's not put together and it's in this box. Um, sorry. This video has been all over the place. Um, yeah, I don't know. Just today hit me hard, and the drive home too. I usually listen to music, and I have Pandora Premium, um, which is crazy. I know so many people are like Spotify people. I'm a Pandora girly through and through for some reason. Well, not for some reason. My dad was a Pandora guy. He still is. Anyways, I usually listen to Pandora on my way home from work, and I was driving, and I skipped probably like 20 songs in a row, and then I just muted it. Um, and I never, not ever, but I think I've only done it once before where I've driven home in silence. Um, and mind you, my commute is like 45 minutes long. So that's a long time in silence. But I was just so angry, and I was driving, I was just getting angrier and angrier. And it sucks because I'm not an angry person, and I don't want to be an angry person. It's not who I am. I just have all this shit pent up and built up inside me. That I don't even know or realize until it becomes too much, and then it all comes out. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This isn't a normal video or a happy video. I just want to keep it real with you, because so many people on social media only show life when it's good, and when they're happy, and that's not real. People aren't happy all the time. That's what I tell my clients too, is that if you were happy all the time, you would still be in treatment, because being happy all the time is not healthy. I just, I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired of feeling this way without even realizing it. I don't know. I hope something changes soon, and for the better, cuz I'm tired of living in my sister's basement. where they kept chickens in the garage, and there's holes in between the garage and my room, so I can just smell it. And there's critters in the walls too. Um, so they'll be scurrying around. Um, I also haven't eaten much today, which probably isn't helping. God. We're almost at 21 minutes of just me being angry and crying. I don't know. I don't know what I thought my life would be like at 25, but it wasn't this. It wasn't this. And with that said, like, my life could be so much worse. Like I said that at the beginning of the video. Like, I know that I am privileged and that I have a lot that I should be grateful for, and I am grateful for. And I'm not happy. Um, I remember one of my old clients, she struggled with depression and all of that. And we were walking around the property one day, and she said that she feels like she doesn't have the right to be depressed. And I looked at her and I told her, like, mental illness does not discriminate. Like, your life could be perfect on paper. That doesn't mean anything. Mental illness does not discriminate. Uh, and like sometimes that sucks too because you think you I can't think of the word, but you think that your feelings aren't valid um, because on paper your life is perfect um, and all of this stuff. But that doesn't matter when it comes to mental illnesses. Um, it really doesn't. And also, I want to say, if someone ever comes to you and tells you that they're depressed or whatever, don't just tell them to be grateful. I remember before I went to treatment, to rehab, I was talking to my stepmom before we went no contact, and my depression was really bad. Um, like, I would intentionally drive home on the back roads so that if I did crash my car because I wanted to crash my car, that it would hit a tree and that I wouldn't be found for a while. Um, I ended up obviously not doing that because the main thing that kept me from doing that is that my brother-in-law is a police officer, and he's come home to my sister like crying because he found someone um and like he has no connection to them whatsoever. Like, they're strangers to him, but it still affected him, and I couldn't be responsible for traumatizing someone like that, whether no matter who found me, whether it was a complete stranger or it was a family member. I couldn't do that to anyone. Um I remember, so sidetracked. But when that was going on, my stepmom told me that her coworker comes up with a list every morning of 10 things that he's grateful for, and that when something bad happens during the day, then he knocks one off. But at the end of the day, he still has a few things that he's grateful for, and that I just need to do that. Like, yes, it's good to remember the things that you're grateful for and that you have. And that's not going to keep someone who is suicidal from committing suicide. Just going to be real with you. Because for me, thinking of the things that I was grateful for when I was suicidal made me feel guilty for feeling the way that I was feeling. Um, so yeah, I I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that or what started that. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I might not even post this. I'm gonna be honest. I might just delete it. Um, I think that whew, I think that I just need to get that off my chest. I don't know, guys. Nothing even bad happened today. I was just in a rough mood. It started off with a really bad sinus migraine, which I get occasionally. Like, my sinuses are bad, and I'll get sinus headaches all the time. But today was bad. Um, then I was good for a little bit, and then just I was getting overstimulated and annoyed, and then that just grew. Um, yeah, I don't know. Um, if you made it this far in the video, I appreciate you. Um, and I apologize if I triggered anyone. Um, I just, I don't know. I'm angry. Like I've said 20 million times in this video. I'm angry and I'm tired. I just, like, my soul is tired. It's not the same tired that I was when I was suicidal. I don't know what it is. I feel like I need a break, but I don't even know what that break would consist of. I don't. Um, I don't know if I need a vacation, um, or if I just need a few days off from work in a row. I don't know. I know that I need to be better about my self care, because that has been severely lacking lately. And I know that I need to go back to therapy desperately. Um, but again, easier said than done. Um, and with my work schedule, like I the only thing consistent is that I have every other weekend off. And then who knows? Like yesterday, I had my day off, and now I'm on my 7 day stretch on. So I'm going to be working 7 days in a row. And then I have 3 days off. So, yeah, I don't know. I think I need to go eat something and go to bed early. Um, yeah, I'm just in a weird point in my life. And I think, like, the quarter life crisis is mixing into that too. Um, yeah, I don't know. And this video is going to be 30 minutes long. So I'm just gonna end it there before I get even more depressing. um, so again, thank you for listening. If you made it this far, um, if you want to continue watching me, go ahead and subscribe. Like this video if you want. Um, I don't blame you if you don't do any of those. But yeah, um, thanks for listening to me spiral for a bit. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys. So yeah, with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.